The story begins when a team of 4 heroes successfully sealed an evil entity. Although they have won, they know it is only a matter of time before the seal is broken and the Demon King is freed. The leader of the group is not discouraged and tells his team that they have done a great job. One day, a new group of heroes will arise to finish what they have started. Then we see a young man using his enhancement magic to empower his group members as they fight Hydra. As the frontline fighters engage the enemy, the witches in the rear begin to prepare their powerful spells, and with Yuka's sword spell and enhancements, the team manages to take down the monster. Suddenly, we hear an announcer declaring victory through the speakers. In this world, adventurers are also live streamers and entertainers who broadcast their epic battles to millions of viewers around the world. Their popularity is second to none, but after the fight, Yuka slams his hand on the table and loudly declares that he will leave the team. Their leader, Simon, seems annoyed and asks him the exact reason for his decision. Yuka is angry at the way he is being treated by his group because he is tired of being used and mistreated just to receive a pittance of their winnings. This is not the first time he has complained about this situation, and today he has finally had enough. Simon explains that everyone's share of the money is divided according to their contribution. Barry, the warrior, tells Yuka that he doesn't even fight, so he doesn't even deserve a coin. Jamie, the witch, she agrees by saying that Yuka is only useful when it comes to preparing their live streams. Also Camila, the priestess, she reminds Yuka that all he does is burn all their objects and artifacts. Yuka responds by saying that he does it for the good of the team and that she, of all people, receives the most support. Simon reminds Yuka that he is only a grade B adventurer and he is only there because a friend did him a favor. If he leaves the team, he will never be able to find another team on his own. Simon makes it clear that no one will miss Yuka when he leaves. After wasting 5 years of his life with these losers, Yuka leaves. The bustling town of Finus is full of magic and adventurous spirit. All of the town's members are adventurers eager to make a name for themselves, improve their equipment, and gain the fame of those rank heroes seen on the big screen in the guild hall. Receptionist Mamer is surprised to learn that Yuka is alone, and she hands him a form to fill out. His name is Yuka, he is 20 years old, and he is a red mage and alchemist. Before Mamer even has a chance to post it on the bulletin board, a girl named Marina hugs Yuka. She calls him sensei, saying that it has been a long time since they last saw each other. Yuka is shocked that this is his former student Marina, who has grown up and become an official adventurer. Technically, it has only been half a year, but it seems like a lifetime and she has definitely changed since then. Marina thanks him for his lessons, and she mentions that her other 2 students Silk and Rain are also here. Marina wastes no time before inviting her former teacher to join their group. Yuka sits down with the 3 girls and none of them is averse to joining him. Silk asks him if he would be happy to join their low-rank D group, but Yuka tells him that he would be happy about it and that he would actually prefer it to a higher-rank team. Considering where he comes from, such a low-rank job would actually be a godsend because it would not cost him so much in terms of items and resources. He immediately apologizes for referring to them as a low-ranking group. The girls need no further convincing and happily accept their master into the team. Yuka is pleased, but he asks if they can call him by his first name. From now on they will work together as equals because the girls already have a job lined up, and their first mission takes them to the abandoned magic mine in search of magic iron. Yuka has faced this mission before when he was just starting out, and he remembers that there are several spots on the 6th floor of the dungeon where they can find the magical iron or they need. Marina marvels at all the new sights and sounds. Silk is a little worried that their team is not strong enough to get that far. Each floor has a boss, and the boss on the 5th floor is known to be particularly nasty. Yuka says that's okay, because they will start on the 4th floor and work their way up. As the team enters the mine, Marina starts scanning the ground for ore and Yuka notices how the girls are doing to the letter everything he has taught them. He tells the girls to take a break because he has an easier way to do it. Yuka pulls the first of his many useful items out of his belt, a detector lamp that will allow them to easily spot traps and objects of special interest. Silk, however, is concerned that such an artifact may not be cheap for her cheap master to maintain. However, Yuka reassures her that there is no problem, because as an alchemist, he can make the magic oil for the lamp himself at no cost. Suddenly, a pack of bogles block their path. Silk does not hesitate and she fires an arrow, felling one of the monsters with pinpoint accuracy. Marina then draws her blade and rushes to attack the monsters. Meanwhile, Yuka throws a series of buffs at her, increasing her speed, strength, and stamina. In the next instant, he casts another spell that freezes the monsters, so Marina crashes into the monsters and turns them into sashimi. The girls are a little surprised by Yuka's ability to cast empowering magic so quickly and on so many people at once. To Yuka, this is nothing, and he is more interested in tearing the monsters apart for the ore they contain than taking credit for it. As their journey continues, Yuka suggests that they rest before the next level. After a while, they continue on their way. Suddenly, they are ambushed by dead miners. Yuka calls Rain to take care of these poor souls, and Rain begins to summon a powerful spell. Yuka casts a protection spell that prevents the undead from approaching them. It proves very useful in keeping them at bay and gives Rain time to finish casting his spell. Yuka uses an ability to recharge Rain with mana. It is a rare type of magic, but as a red mage, Yuka has many useful tricks like this at his disposal and is most impressed by his student's ability. Along the path, Yuka sows holy water so that the undead cannot follow them. Silk is again worried because holy water is not exactly cheap, but Yuka has been to Bible camp once and can create holy water by himself. The girls are overjoyed to have him on their team, and he says he will be happy to teach them everything he knows. After reaching the next floor, the team decides to take a break and Yuka pulls out his equipment. Alchemy is not only for making sacred potions and holy oils, but also for making a good lunch. The girls are hungry and eager to eat. The food turns out to be delicious and surprisingly rejuvenating. With the help of alchemy, Yuka can turn a simple meal into a panacea for their bodies as well. All he has to do is add the secret ingredient, which is love, but Silk cannot handle the fact that she is gobbling up her sensei's love, and the other girls tell her not to think about it and just enjoy the food. They soon reach the 4th floor and run into a stone lizard. The girls attack with Yuka slowing down the monster. Marina with one blow cuts off the beast's head and ends the fight. The team sets to work extracting the ore and eventually the reward is quite remarkable, but they still need a little more to complete their work. Yuka suggests that they fight the boss and keep going deeper into the dungeon. The girls get nervous because it is the boss they had hoped to avoid, namely a beast known as the Steel Crab, famous for destroying rookie teams of adventurers. Yuka, however, just wants to prove that he can be a useful member of the team. Yuka brings out a floating drone that allows the adventurers to record or even broadcast their antics live. Yuka says he records every boss fight for his personal collection, but Marina wants to show the world what is going to happen live. Yuka says they have to choose a name for their group. Marina is taken aback and reveals that they haven't actually thought about it yet. In fact, they are not officially registered as a team yet. Taking a second to think about it, she comes up with the name Clover, each of them being one of the clover leaves and Yuka being the lucky 4th. They then decide to face the monster. Yuka increases his stats and turns on the live stream, also opening the huge dungeon door. The giant monster immediately attacks. Thanks to its enhancement magic, Yuka easily dodges. Yuka attacks the poor crab with every depowering magic imaginable, such as paralysis, poison, and even blindness. In the end, death is a mercy and Yuka stands victorious. He bows to the camera and the girls rush to congratulate him. Yuka takes more damage from Marina's embrace than from the dungeon boss, and he says the next fight will be together as a proper team. A chest from the defeated monster appears, which the team opens together, revealing some nice loot. If you would like the 2nd episode of this new anime, comment on this video, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one.